fill in the slot, and we're going to go crazy in the Winter Championship.
And they have been. I mean, you win this set, you're in top 8 guaranteed.
Yeah.
So we got game number 1 coming up real shortly. We got the stages on display. I mean, I want to see something that's not Demon Island Apocalypse and Fortress. I want to see Enigma. I want to see Western Air Temple. Come on, guys.
I know certain people, certain players don't have a.
Oh, we get it.
Oh,
we actually get it.
This is gonna be interesting. And also, anime fans on the Onyx. That's gonna be awesome to see. All right, we're going into this lovely map that's got 3 stationary platforms, and we'll see who takes advantage of this platforms the most. I mean, so a lot of players have a difficulty playing opponents on them. Look at him and Fan and Dawg just maximizing on it so far. Within the first 10 seconds, both Java and Fakey are in the yellowish orange right now.
Yeah, I mean, those platforms can also be really good for just interrupting combos, too. It gives you a lot more options of how you want to get down, how you want to land. And right now, I mean, Red Team is controlling this space very, very well. Even, like, when their opponent's off stage, they're able to just kind of fake whether or not they want to drop off those platforms, whether or not they're just going to come directly at you or just wait for a recovery option. And it has resulted in the early lead here for Red side. First stock getting closed out on Java.
Yeah, absolutely. And Red Team has a lot of that team synergy, and they're really showing it right now. I mean, they've been playing as a team for a while on and off. And as I say that, Java's like, no, but you and you go off stage. Get out. Just get out, and knocks both of their first stocks out.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic equalizer there from Java. I think, okay, I thought that was the team KO, but none to be had here. Only thing to be had here is 2 stocks on every single member. Got a small team combo on the blue side. Get some good damage in. Relatively even damage overall, though, between both teams.
I will have to give props to Java and Fakey, too, because, I mean, the amount of synergy that they have right now, you wouldn't expect to see in a brand new 2v2 team. I mean, you're seeing them go trying to land these team combos back and forth. And I think, realistically, these platforms are giving the advantage right now, actually, to Red Team, just because they've had so much more synergy. Doesn't matter where they're at, they can land these team combos wherever they need to. And, but, I mean, also right now, too, Blue Team has the advantage, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
I mean, Java's been doing a fantastic job closing out stocks thus far. If there's a man to do it, he's the one. There's the third, dominating at this point. Can you get a 4th before losing your own? Pass it over to your teammate. Perfectly fine as well. 2 stock lead here for Blue Team after how strong Red Team started out.
Well, and here's the thing, too. Java's Bovar is insane. He's known for it in ones, and now he's using it in the 2v2 situations as well. So we're seeing the experience of Java's hammer coming in play. But now Red Team's like, you know what? This has been a little bit too far in your domain for a little bit. Knocks out Java, knocks out Fakey out their second stocks, making this relatively 1 stock even. And right now, Red Team needs to maximize on the team advantages here of this map if they want to go ahead and win here. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, but they gotta find the advantage in the first place. Like, you gotta be careful if you're Dawg getting into that red territory. Blasters can hold space, but if you mess up, if you get dodged in on, you lose your stock, and now it's a 2v1. It's not looking great here.
I don't know. Anime fans been known for being notorious for going crazy in 2v1 situations. But the synergy that I'm seeing from the Blue Team is mind-boggling to me. It's interesting to see how well they're using those platforms, and anime fans just trying to land on them, and Blue Team's like, nope, we got you here, 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 and here. You're out here. Knocks them out entirely, and Blue Team takes game number 1. So if you're anime fan Dawg, you gotta be like, okay, do we stick with the same characters or do we change it? Do we go into game number 2 with Dawg on Luke now? We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, you got the 4 KOs from Java, and, you know, the 5th was basically an assist, just a layup for Dawg to close it out, too. And Dawg is the one who's getting a lot, wait, no, I have that backwards. But anyway, yeah, their teammate is the one getting a lot of the damage in as well, over 600. So I love that dynamic where you have one person who racks up all of the damage, you have one person who closes stuff out, and it works so well. Whereas on the opposite team, it was like 400 for each of them. There wasn't like a designated stock taker.
Well, and usually that stock taker is Anime Fan. So I think right now dawg has been is doing really good at where he's on the team, but Anime Fan needs to go that extra step. He needs to be that person that's that aggressor. We see that in teams like Main Experience, where Experience has been known and been notorious for being insanely aggressive, but Anime Fan has been one of the only players of dawg and Anime Fan that's been able to take that role. And you're starting to see dawg trying to do a little bit now too, but he needs to allow Anime Fan to do that, and Anime Fan is just having a rough time right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about taking stocks, what a better stage, what better stage could you ask for to do it on such a small top blast zone? We're gonna be seeing stocks evaporate left and right.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm still stunned by the fact of how well Java and Fakey's synergy is. I mean, we're having Fakey launching like opponents into Java, and Java having the opportunity of getting these knockout options in here and so forth. But now we're starting to see team damage by the red team. dawg's trying to fill in this role that Anime Fan usually plays, and now Anime Fan's so used to playing the aggressor role, he's running into dawg sires and so on and so forth. So dawg really needs to come in to be that support player to allow Anime to do what they need to do, but it comes down to Anime Fan here. It really does.
Yeah, and I mean, you got the gauntlets. There's some consistent setups you can find to close out stocks with that weapon, but Java's still surviving. This is still a one stock lead here for the blue team, and you see those health bars on the red team too, getting into the orange territory. You gotta close out the stocks now. You do not have the time to play this one out.
Yeah, for sure. And Java's still okay. I was about to say Java's still his first stock as we go forward, but that guy's kind of got changed there a little bit. Also, Fakey's doing really well of dodging out of the options Anime Fan and dawg are trying to take with their team combos too.
All right, and Java closing out yet another stock. I mean, Fakey's getting into the orange territory, but still, like, they're just spacing themselves perfectly well. They're, just waiting for Java to go in, waiting for their opponents to come to them, not really applying too much pressure because they don't need to. Red team's the one in disadvantage. Red team's the one who has to go in, and Fake is totally fine punishing them for trying to.
It's kind of funny here too, because this round is reminding me a lot of the Experience Mate Simba Lampy set, where one of the teams is having a rough time taking advantage of the opportunities that are given just because they're so used to certain ones being available, and they're having a rough time adapting. So I think right now dawg and Anime Fan are at that point where they're having a rough time adapting, and they're trying to make amends here, and they're starting to a little bit. There they go. They knock out both blue team members' second stocks, but will they be able to have enough of an adaptation to win the round?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic start. You have weapon control right now. Java picks one up. Fakey has one as well. But the damage is actually relatively even. Anime Fan has a decent amount on them, but if they can survive, if they can close out some of these stocks, we get the 2v1, and it's still completely doable for red team.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, red team's being a powerhouse here. They need to keep it up if they want to go ahead and win this round and take it to their name. They do not want to be down to over Java and Fakey. Right now, red team having the opportunity of doing this 2v1 style combo against Fakey and Java. They're trying to go through these 2v1 combos, but they're having a rough time. They're having a rough time landing these knockout options. And right now,
look
the
at the health
double
bars.
weapon throw coming from dawg. dawg is starting to say, you know what? I'm going to be the aggressor. I'm going to be that person. And Fakey's like, you know what? No, dawg's now at the ledge. Fakey with the downlight onto Anime Fan. And Fakey just set up the blue team of taking round number 2 to their name. And my gosh, Fakey is going crazy. He just destroyed the 2v2 synergy of Anime Fan and dawg here, their bio.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of being this kind of just disruptive force, is any sort of game plan your opponents have, you get to just say, nope, you're going to be dealing with me this entire time. Meanwhile, Java just closes out the stocks, gets the double KO, and now they're up 2-0.
And it all came down to how, and I brought up Fakey more for that last round than anything, was because Java would never have had that opportunity with Hammer if it wasn't for Fakey just saying bye-bye to 2v2 synergy of the red team. So, but also another thing is too, where Java would have never been able to, I mean, if Java wasn't there maximizing on it, that would have also been a totally different thing there for the blue team. But
yeah,
as we go into
both
this next
members
round,
had to play their part for that to work out, and they both executed flawlessly. We do see Java off stage pretty early on, but doesn't lose the stock. Going into orange territory for everyone, but no stocks lost over 30 seconds in the game. But that could change so quickly. Dawg manages to find an opening to knock both blue team members off stage, but they still survive. Still everyone alive. Dawg finally closes out the first stock, and we see signs of life here from the red team.
Dawg is starting to be aggressive now, and I'm kind of liking it here. I mean, I think the gauntlet choices from the red team is very good as well. Dawg's movement's completely changed, but he goes a little bit too fast and runs into Fakey's signature. So now Anime Fan being smart, saying, you know what, I'm not going to try to be aggressive as much as I possibly can until Dawg is back. But Dawg is starting to fill in that aggressive slot as we go into this round, and we'll have to see what happens here. We'll have to see if Anime Fan can pop in that support role as well.
And again, it's like when Anime Fan is usually the one who does close out their stocks, it takes a bit of adjustment to get used to it, you know, playing that supportive role. Dawg actually goes a bit too deep. Now they're onto their last stock, still 2 for each member of the blue team. This is dangerous because, yeah, again, like if Dawg's the one going in and they're in their last stock, you got to completely flip this around. You don't have the liberty of continuing that play style, because if you do, you have the 2v1.
Yeah, and right now, I think Dawg has to go back into that supportive role, and I hope to see that red team kind of realizes that, where Anime Fan has to just like go crazy like they're known for doing in so many other events. Dawg can't be that aggressive right now, especially with where the stocks are. So we'll have to see what happens here.
Oh,
Fakey
Dawg
is just going crazy on Dawg, not allowing for Dawg to really do a whole lot. Dawg's just trying to touch back to the platform, but Anime Fan's not really there to save them a whole lot. They're trying to, but they're just having a rough time doing so.
I mean, I can't believe Dawg made it back there. You saw how aggressive the blue team was, but finally they get KO'd, and now Anime Fan, good start. Good start. 1 out of 4, 25% of the way there. You got to close out Java's next, and you got to get another from Fakey after that.
Anime Fan has to deal with a 2v3 or technically a 1v2 situation against their opponents right now. They need to pull in that inner Anime Fan of theirs, and they have to go crazy in this round. But Anime Fan's still alive, just barely on that second stock. Tries to have a maximize on the Java, trying to knock him out, but you see him trying to go for these recoveries, but Fakey comes in with a nice sidelight. But the blue team's really doing very well of not allowing Anime Fan to have a whole lot of options here and gets that 2-piece knockout.
Last stock for Anime Fan, potential 3-0 on the line. Are you the protagonist of this anime, or is this just going to be a clean sweep for the blue team? You got the gauntlets, but you need 3 stocks right now. I mean, small opening onto Java, but I mean, Fakey's just letting it happen. Fakey's like, all right, you handle this. I'm fine just hanging out here. You got another stock to work with. Not taking any risks whatsoever. And I kind of respect that as well, because you don't want to take a risk when you're this far ahead. You can just play out the 1v1. And again, it's like a 1v1 with 2 stocks to work with, but Anime Fan finds the KO onto Java. I think Fakey set that one up. And now a 1v2, 1 stock on both members of the blue team. Still a very big upset ahead of you if you want to make it, if you want to stay alive in this set. Anime Fan, they're playing so patient right now. And they just, I don't know how you find the opening.
I mean, it comes down with time, and he's using his time very well. He's trying to bait these different attacks there by the blue team. And I think Fakey's kind of saying, okay, I'm respecting your boundaries a little bit. Anime Fan is trying to get it in there, trying to focus on Fakey, trying to take advantage of when Fakey or Java is off that ledge. But Java's like, you know what? Couple sword neutralites, couple here and there. And Anime Fan needs, I mean, if he could knock out one player, and even if you go down to sudden death, I could definitely do that. But can they hold their stock for 3 minutes here?
That's a big ask, especially on this stage on Miami Dome. So small, so little room to work with.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost impossible. But anime fans still alive, still keeping the hopes of the red team on their back. You can only stay on that wall for so long though, and blue team, like, they don't care. They're totally fine to wait this out.
I think if you're anime fan, you really need to focus on one player and knocking them out, but at the same time, not be too aggressive where you lose your stock. But we're 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. Anime fans trying to slide in there a little bit. Blue team knocked anime fan out with a side air ground pound. And even with anime fan having that much time, the amount of opportunities that the blue team really gave him was slim to none. They just couldn't find an option to punish very well at all. A very good job coming in from Java and Fakey.
Yeah, which is very different from how I've seen pretty much everyone play 2v1s, which is, all right, we have to close out this stock. We have to make something happen. They were not feeling pressured in the slightest. And so there will be our last team moving on to top 8. We still have that ahead of us. This has been an insane bracket so far that's still not done. Still not out of the woods yet, but we are done with our block here on the side stream. This has been such a pleasure to be here as always. I always love the chance to cast Brawlhalla. I hope you, AJ, and I get the chance to do more in the future. Do you have anything to say before we head on out of here?
I do. I mean, props to all the teams that have been on stream. Being on stream for a lot of the new